Routine gives us comfort. The same stops, the same faces, the same path home. But tonight, that routine breaks, and once it does, there may be no going back. Shift change. My daily routine: wake up, go to work, come home, and sit in front of the TV until I fall asleep. There isn't anything wrong with my life, it's just doesn't feel like much of anything. But today is different. On my way home, I stopped at the same small convenience store on the corner, like I always do. It's the kind of place that never changes. A flickering light above the door, the low hum of the refrigerators, Roy behind the counter. He'd been working there for as long as I can remember. He doesn't talk much, just a nod when I come in. The bell chimed as I stepped inside. I grabbed a few necessities. Nothing felt out of place. Even the smell of stale coffee near the register was welcoming. But when I walked up to the counter, it wasn't Roy. It was a man I'd never seen before. I set my things down. "Hi, where's Roy?" He eyed me, which made me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Does it matter?
I mean, he's usually here. I thought he was rude. Why be so vague about Roy's whereabouts? What's the big deal? "I'm Ruthie. What is your name?" He smiled faintly, but there was something off about him.
You can call me whatever you like.
This ain't that kind of store, buddy, but okay. Nick? As I reached for my wallet, he placed something on the counter and slid it to me.
This is for you.
I looked down at it. It was a small, worn metal key. No tag, no markings. No thanks.
It's meant for you.
Okay. What's it for? And why is it meant for me?
It opens something.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a key. And that's not very helpful and doesn't answer my question.
It's not meant to.
It didn't look like anything special. I should have walked away instantly, but for some reason, I was drawn to it. You ever feel like your life just kind of plateaus?
Stays the same.
Yeah.
You ever wonder if it could have gone differently?
All the time.
Take it.
I hesitated. Why? For what?
For seeing where you didn't go.
Well, that's not possible.
Most people say that right before they take it.
Who are you? What happens if I don't take it?
I'm Nick, and nothing changes.
That felt like the most honest response I was going to get out of him. I picked it up. It had this kind of energy to it as I held it, which was weird. How does it work? Do I bring it back? He gestured toward the door.
Just go.
You're one weird dude, you know that? I took a breath, like I was bracing for something, and stepped outside. The air felt different immediately, cleaner, quieter. I looked around. I noticed I wasn't in the same place anymore. The street wasn't drastically different, not at first glance. The cars parked along the curb were older and boxier. The storefront across the street had a different name, and the colors felt faded, like someone had turned down the saturation on everything. There was no traffic noise, nobody walking around with a cell phone attached to them, no distant hum of anything modern. "This can't be real," I muttered. I saw a man walking toward me on the sidewalk. I watched him carefully, half expecting him to look at me strangely, but he didn't. Not even a glance. I could get used to that. I looked back toward the store. It hadn't changed at all. Inside was different. I walked slowly down one of the aisles and ran my fingers along the edge of a shelf. It felt solid, definitely real, so I wasn't dreaming.
You came back.
I turned toward him and thought, ugh, this guy again. He was behind the counter, exactly where I left him. Same expression, same posture, same calm, steady presence. Nothing had changed for him at all. "What did you do, Nick?"
I didn't do anything.
I held up the key. "Then what is this?"
You're still holding it.
That's not an answer.
It is.
I stepped closer. This isn't my street. Those are not my buildings. What is going on? He leaned on the counter.
You stepped out of your time.
That's not possible.
And yet,
So I just, put it down and everything goes back to normal? That makes no sense. Why was this meant for me?
you could have.
Oh, stop with the oracle mumbo-jumbo. Could have what?
You've already moved. Every step makes it harder to return.
Meaning?
Don't stay out there too long.
Well, that would have been nice to know before I walked out. Okay, where am I?
Somewhere before you.
This guy and his vagueness. Before me? He nodded.
A time you were never part of.
And if I walk out again?
That depends.
On what?
How far you're willing to go.
I stood there for a moment, staring at him, waiting for him to say something else, explain it better, make it make sense. He didn't. He just watched me, calm, patient, like whatever happened next was up to me. I looked at the key again. It still felt, active somehow. This is insane, I muttered. I stepped outside. This time, the change wasn't immediate. It came on slower, like the world was settling. The street was still there, but it felt emptier. The cars were gone. The storefront across the street was still there, but the windows were dark. There was no movement. And my footsteps on the sidewalk were louder than they should have been in the silence. "Hello?" I called out. Where are all the people? I thought. I slowly turned, scanning everything around me. No people, no sound, no movement. This doesn't feel right, I said under my breath. I started walking. I just needed to get somewhere else, somewhere normal, somewhere familiar, but every storefront I passed was the same. Dark, empty, and still. Then something in one of the windows caught my eye. I saw my reflection. It seemed normal, except there was nothing else there. No movement behind me, no passing figures, no life at all, just me, standing there in a void, alone. Every time I walk out of that store, time changes, I said quietly. I looked back. The store was still there. I ran toward it quickly. Inside, the store had changed again. The shelves were half empty now, dusty with gaps where products used to be. But I was kind of glad to see Nick was still behind the counter.
You went further.
Why, I don't know how I did it. What is happening to me?
You're starting to notice it.
Notice what?
The absence.
You know what? Your inability to speak like a normal person is really irritating me.
The absence of you.
Well, I highly doubt my presence alone makes that big a difference in the world. Get me back to my time, now, please. He looked at me like he'd heard this before.
I can't send you back.
What do you mean you can't? You gave me the thing.
You took it.
I didn't know what it was.
You didn't understand it, but you knew what it offered.
Well, you're gonna fix it. Now.
You had a point you could return to, the moment you first walked out.
And now?
You've gone too far.
Well, it's not like you gave any clear instructions on how this thing works. Just go, you said. No. There has to be a way.
There isn't.
I stared at him for a moment. Where's Roy?
Roy was where you are now.
What?
He took the key, same as you.
And?
He went further than he should have.
I don't like where this is going.
By the time he came back, there was nowhere left for him to return to.
So, what happened to him?
He stayed.
It took everything not to reach across the counter and grab him by the neck. You're saying he stayed out there? He's gone? And you, why are you here? Where did you come from?
I asked those same questions.
Great, you know nothing. I looked around the store, and I realized. This place, it's not just a store, is it?
It's a place between.
And the key?
It lets you leave, but the terms are limited.
Great. Now what?
Now you decide. Keep going or stay.
And do what? Nick stepped out from behind the register.
You wait.
I stood there letting that sink in. Then I walked behind the register. He moved past me, heading for the door. Wait, where are you going?
My shift is over.
The bell chimed as he left, and I stood there behind the counter, waiting for the next customer. We all have places we return to, familiar stops along the way, safe, predictable. But every so often, something changes. A different face behind the counter, a conversation that lingers just a little too long. And before we know it, the routine changes. Because somewhere tonight, in a quiet little store that never seems to close, someone isn't just working the late shift. They're waiting for someone else to take it. Hey there, it's Anne, and I tell stories. If you like this ChatGPT collaboration, check out my other stories. Oh, and of course, like and subscribe. This has been The Story Project.